To create a stationary signal file, you will need to remove anything unrelated to the target event from the original recording. For example, silences or signal chunks that correspond to a different event. In this case, you can see that there is only one stationary event, but there is a range of silence at the beginning and end of the file. So I select the event by click dragging on the waveform. Then I go to File, Export, Export Selected Audio. Then I choose the wave format, 16-bit PCM, and save. I can also cut the beginning and the end of the file by selecting the silence chunks and cutting them. Control X or Command X on Mac. Now, I can export the whole track. I go to File, Export Audio, keep the same format, and save. When the original recording contains several events, you can select and export specific chunks of the file independently. Here, I click and drag to select the first event. I can check the length of the selection here. Remember that you need to upload roughly 5 minutes of signal per event. I click Ctrl or Command B to open a label track and enter the name of the corresponding event. Then press Enter. I can use the navigation bar to navigate the file and use the magnifier to zoom in and out. Then I select another event. Ctrl B to open the text box, enter another label for this second event, then press Enter. If you have multiple ranges of the same event, you can enter the same label for all the selections corresponding to that same event. In this case, for example, I have the event water inlet happening 3 times in this file, so I will insert the label 3 times. But when I export them, they will be separated into 3 files, each bearing a different number to differentiate them. I will enter a third event here, and a fourth. As you can see, I can select and label as many ranges as I want before I export them all. Now that all my selections are done, I can go to File and Export and select Export Multiple. You can choose where to store these files. Here, I am going to create a new folder to store them all. Again, make sure to choose the format WAV and 16-bit PCM. I select Split Files based on labels and Name files using the label name, and now I am ready to export. You will have to click OK for each track. And finally, click OK in the window with a recap of the files. I can now find all the files I exported in the folder I created. For each stationary event, you can upload a 5-minute file or several shorter files that add up to 5 minutes.